Thousands of tourists visit Cape Town every year to enjoy its beautiful mountains and beaches. It's impossible to get bored in Cape Town with all the attractions it has to offer. Trying to decide which attractions to choose from Cape Town's numerous options? Take a look at our list of the top 10 things to do in Cape Town by 2022. Number 10. Go to Muizenberg. In Cape Town, you'll find a coastal community known as Muizenberg. Located on the False Bay coast, where the Cape Peninsula shore makes a gentle loop to the east, the streets are filled with tourists during the high season. Muizenberg is claimed to be the birthplace of surfing in South Africa. The waves may not be huge, but they are sufficient for lengthy surfing, making this an ideal site for newcomers. In spite of the fact that the beaches on the Indian Ocean side are warm for swimming, Muizenberg is the most family-friendly, since it has calmer water and fewer stunning stones. With its colourful Victorian bathing boxes, the beach has a vintage feel and a perfect fit that makes it a great place for photos. Recreate the glory days of Muizenberg as Cape Town's top swimming beach. It is the best beach in terms of safety, leisure activities and environmental sensitivity. Don't stress out about those white sharks. If sharks are detected, Muizenberg sends out a warning. Number 9. Kirstenbosch National Botanical Garden. Kirstenbosch Botanical Garden is world famous. It is one of the 9 national botanical gardens in South Africa. Kirstenbosch is just 13 kilometers from the city centre and is on the slopes of Table Mountain. It has a fragrance garden, a medicinal garden, 2,500 species of plants that grow on the Cape Peninsula, a protea garden, a braille trail, and a cycad amphitheatre. There is the Botanical Society Conservatory, which has plants from the drier parts of the continent. Take one of the free guided tours that leave from the visitor centre at 11 AM and 2 PM, Monday through Saturday, to see everything the garden has to offer. If the times don't work for you, you can also get audio guides. Number 8. Robben Island Museum. The Robben Island Museum should be part of any trip to Cape Town. And if you make it all the way to the V&A Waterfront, but don't stop by the Robben Island Museum, your trip to the Cape will be incomplete. Robben Island is best known as the place where Nobel Prize winner and former South African President Nelson Mandela spent 18 of his 27 years as a political prisoner in a maximum security prison. The island is a constant reminder of the fight for freedom and a sign of how hope has won over centuries of oppression and injustice. The blindingly white limestone quarry, where political prisoners worked hard under the hot sun, and Mandela's cramped cell in the prison, are just 2 disturbing reminders of the tortures that happened during the apartheid era, and of how the regime was finally overthrown. Robben Island is a must-see, especially for those who find the noble laureate and inspiring. Number 7. Try a Gatsby. Cape Town's cuisine is varied and fantastic. It has some of the best restaurants in the country. You may find any type of restaurant in Cape Town, whether it's a street-side eatery, a hipster coffee shop, a classic restaurant or a high-end restaurant. When you visit Cape Town, you must eat the Gatsby. You shouldn't pass up on any of these, but you should try them all if you can. This roll typically contains soft chips, called slap chips in the area, steak or chicken, cheese, Vienna sausages, Russian sausages, eggs, salad, and even calamari. The 1-foot-long roll can have a variety of fillings. People assume the Great Gatsby has a profound cultural past and was written on the Cape Flats. It's a cheap dinner suitable for splitting amongst a bunch. Number 6. Explore the V&A Waterfront. Taking a trip to Cape Town? Then head to the V&A Waterfront for some retail therapy and exciting shows. The V&A Waterfront is thought to be the best place to shop and have fun in Cape Town. It's in the busy harbour with Table Mountain in the background. With its Victorian architecture and lively African life, the V&A is a real melting pot. Any trip to Cape Town would be lacking without a stop at the bustling Victoria and Alfred Waterfront, also known as the V&A Waterfront. There are a lot of fashionable and fascinating stores, eateries and grocery stores in this busy and active area. It also has museums, movie complexes and a theatre that presents concerts and plays. Blending heritage with modern comforts makes the V&A Waterfront a unique platform for tourists. After 30 years of planning, the V&A Waterfront blends seamlessly into Cape Town's lifestyle. Number 5. Visit Bo-Kaap. Bo-Kaap is a charming place with colourful architecture. Ancient Signal Hill has cobblestone streets and antique structures. Small paths and mazes reveal local culture. The Bo-Kaap Museum from the 1760s is the best thing in the area. Check out the displays to learn about the Muslim settlers who were kicked out of Indonesia and Malaysia hundreds of years ago. Discover why this place sheltered ex-slaves. The 18th century Awal is Cape Town's oldest mosque. The first imam memorized the Quran in a political prison. Cobblestone streets and magnificent cottages greet you. Before Eid, Ramadan goers painted their homes white. Capture the green summit of Signal Hill. Traditional Bo-Kaap dishes include tomato beef stew, pork skewers and syrup donuts. New, wealthier families have displaced long-time locals, causing conflicts. Many residents are descended from Sri Lankan, Indian, Malaysian, Indonesian and African slaves. The Malay Quarter is actually home to Cape Muslims. Number 4. Drive along Chapmans Peak. Cape Town's Chapmans Peak Drive is a world-class coastal drive. The path takes you along the Atlantic coast from southwestern South Africa's Noordhoek to the city of Hout Bay. Chapmans Peak Road, also called Chappies, is a must-see for anyone who loves Cape Town's beautiful scenery. The steep drop into the sea below gives Chapmans Peak Drive its breathtaking views. The Atlantic Ocean and amazing rock formations can also be seen from Chapmans Peak Drive and the rising mountains. This winding, steep road follows the rocky shoreline of Chapmans Peak, which is actually the southern continuation of Constantiaberg. With 114 turns, the 9-kilometre course ends in the town of Noordhoek, where the road goes back to sea level. The twists and turns of the road seem to go on forever, and the scenery gives enough chances to take pictures. The trip also has beautiful views in every direction, and there are many places to stop along the way to take in the scenery or have a picnic. People driving, sightseeing, picnicking, running, hiking and biking on this road will all have a fantastic day. Number 3. Visit Boulders Beach. Boulders Beach is home to an endangered land-based colony of African penguins, who swaddle and raise their young there. Table Mountain National Park's Boulder Beach has 3 beautiful beaches, 1 penguin observation spot and 3 boardwalks. The boardwalks were built so that people could see the fantastic birds without getting too close to them or poking them with their fingers. You can't feed them or touch them, and you should always keep their natural habitat safe. Boulders Beach is safe from currents, wind and huge waves. As a result, it's also an ideal place for smaller children, who can enjoy the penguins and shallow water at the beach. Simply arrive when the tide is low, as space on the beach is limited and dependent on the tides. On a hot, sunny day, you can have a picnic or perhaps go for a swim. You'll be able to shoot once-in-a-lifetime photos with those adorable animals and a breathtaking backdrop. Number 2. Hike up Lion's Head. It is highly recommended that you climb Table Mountain, but the best view of the mountain is from Lion's Head. The rocky summit known as Lion's Head can be found on the adjacent slope of Table Mountain. You will be able to take in breathtaking vistas of the sea, the mountains and the city from this vantage point at the very top. It's not a particularly difficult hike, but there are some sections that are more challenging than others, and the payoff at the summit is absolutely breathtaking. In addition, you will be able to take in the surrounding flora and fauna as you make your way up. If you want to take photographs that are even more stunning, try going either at sunrise or sunset. Number 1. Cable car ride up Table Mountain. These cable cars are the only ones of their kind in Africa. From the lower cableway station to the top of Table Mountain, they run along cables and turn as they go. From the cars, you can see the mountain, the harbour and Robben Island all at once. It's a one-of-a-kind event that you shouldn't miss. One of the great things about Table Mountain is the views. There are views in all directions, so you can see the whole Cape Peninsula. Just by turning your head, you can see the beautiful beaches around Clifton and Camps Bay, the Table Mountain Range, the City Bowl, the harbour and the waterfront, as well as the wild nature of Table Mountain National Park. At the top, the Table Mountain Cafe is a great place to have lunch. There are daily specials, meals and snacks that you can make yourself and enjoy while taking in the amazing views. They also serve delicious breakfasts. You can also go to the Wi-Fi lounge, where you can get caught up on emails and social media while eating a snack and drinking coffee. That's all for today. Hopefully this video will be helpful to you. We'd love to hear which one you like the most. Until then, goodbye and take care.